Hi. Should you wear eye makeup when you get into your 70s? Well, of course you should. In fact, if you apply eye makeup, you can look prettier, healthier, and of course younger. My name is Tricia, and I'm founder and MD of Look Fabulous Forever, and we make products specifically formulated for older eyes, faces, and lips. This video is going to show you how to apply some really beautiful eye makeup so that you can bring back some contrast into your face, define your eyes better, and look really lovely. Our model for this video is Angie, and she has given me permission to tell you that she is 74, so she's a perfect model to show you eye makeup for her age group. And our makeup artist is Linda, and Linda is going to show you all the techniques that she's going to use to make Angie's eyes look fabulous. Linda's going to start with the eye primer onto Angie's eyelids. This is a really useful product when you're older, and as you can see with her eyes closed, Angie's eyelids are slightly discoloured. The effect of the eye primer, because it's flesh coloured, is to neutralise that whole area. And Linda's putting it on with a brush, and she's smoothing it in and allowing it to dry. Can you see how that works really well? And now onto the other eye. What's brilliant about the lid primer, it will make your eye makeup last a lot longer, as well as neutralising the colour on your eyelid. So it has this dual function really. Lovely. Now the next area that we're going to deal with, can you see how the corner and inner part of Angie's eyes are quite blue? The aging process makes our eyes look quite hollow, and anything that you can do to reduce the effect of that hollowness is important, and the best way to deal with it is using concealer. So our concealer is quite creamy, and you can use the same colour as the base that you have used. So on Angie we've used base 02, so we're going to use Conceal 02 now, both under her eyes and also into that inner corner. You do have to be careful with concealer as you age, because if your skin is extremely dry, then it can look quite flaky on top of the skin. One way round that is to make sure you drink lots of water, of course, but also that you exfoliate regularly, and that will get rid of any dry skin or scaly skin that you've got on the surface. It means that you're putting the makeup onto your skin and not onto the dead skin cells on top. So just blending that really well, making sure that there aren't any hard edges. So can you see here how Linda is concentrating that conceal really into that corner area, as well as the under eye area? It is very, very important to cover that as much as you possibly can. It will make a huge difference to the eye makeup once we've got it on, if you do this properly. There we go, that's better. So what we want to do, we want to make Angie's eyelids lighter. Because her eyes are quite deep set, it's quite important that we bring that area forward rather than having it recede. So Linda's using our Fabulous Light, which is a highlighter, and she's using it as a kind of creamy eyeshadow. But it will do the job perfectly well and will in fact look really good on Angie's eyes. So the next product that we're going to use is the Silver Mist lid colour. This is an eye smoothie, and Linda's applying it with the sponge applicator, and you can see where she's putting it all over the eyelid and up above the eyelid into that area there just underneath the brow bone. Can you see how pretty that looks? It's a lovely colour on her, and she's got gorgeous blue eyes, and the silver mist lid colour is very, very pretty on her eyes. So onto the other eye. And smoothing it in with a brush. Next, Angie's eyebrows. Angie's quite lucky because she's still got some eyebrows left, and although they are a bit sparse, you can see the line of the eyebrow and where you need to put the brow shape. So using light feathery strokes, Linda's just putting the brow shape on in a natural arc of colour, following the natural line of Angie's eyebrows. And as you can see, using a brush just to make sure that it's going in and blending well. We have brush number 6, which does this perfectly. And you can hear Linda shaking it up, the brow shape, to ensure that it's as it should be when you put it on. And you can see the effect of this extremely fine, delicate brush. And you're almost like you're recreating the effect of individual hair. It's very clever and it works beautifully, just to give that definition back to your eyebrows. Lovely. So now a small amount of taupe eye shade, a fine brush, and pushing it into the roots of Angie's eyelashes so that they look as thick and luscious as possible. What you don't want to have here is any kind of hard or harsh dark lines. As we get older, everything starts to fade. The definition in our eyes, faces, lips becomes less strong. And what you're doing when you apply makeup is you're putting some of that definition back. And that's what we're doing here. Putting more definition into that area around the eyelashes. We've defined the brows better. And we put a small amount of subtle colour onto the eyelids to enhance the colour of Angie's eyes. So what Linda's doing now, she's using the same colour, and this is taupe shade, and using the same brush and adding a small amount to that outer corner, whisking off any fine particles that have dropped on the cheekbones. You're certainly never too old to have your eyelashes curled. And in fact, it can make a really, really big difference to how your whole eye makeup looks if you curl your eyelashes. So you can see the effect and also how to do it. Simple, quick, easy, and enormously effective. So using the mascara brush to add mascara to the bottom lashes. And the top lashes. So we finished with the eye makeup now, and we're just going to add a little touch of peach cream blush onto Angie's cheeks. This is cream to powder formulation, which means that it goes on as a nice creamy texture. It's easy to apply. You can control the amount that you put on, and if you feel that you've put too much on, you can get a brush and just take the excess off. It's really quite easily done. You might want to use a brush just to blend it in if you prefer, but it really is an easy product to use and to control. It looks pretty damn gorgeous to me. And with Angie, we're just going to finish with a lipstick, which I suggest is Sweet Pea. When Linda was putting on Angie's face makeup, she applied a primer, a lip primer, which she's allowed to dry. It's quite a good idea to put it on when you put your makeup on to begin with, and so that by the time you come to do your lipstick, it's nice and dry and you're ready to just pop your lipstick on and you'll be ready to go. So using a brush, you don't have to use a brush, but it is actually better if you do, because you get a much sharper line and it generally looks prettier. This is a lovely soft pink on Angie, and it's going to complement the eye colour, the Silver Mist eye colour, really well. I always think the moments that the face really comes to life are when you put the blush on and then when you put the lipstick on. It makes a huge difference. So there we go. I think you'll agree that Angie looks absolutely lovely. She's now got beautifully defined eyes and she's got that very pretty lipstick on. Looking gorgeous.